we're supposed to suck it up. One way that we protect ourselves is by making sure that our communication is clear, especially with a woman.
Yeah.
Because if we're not clear, we are more apt to fall for a woman than a woman is to fall for us.
You say that again. I don't think my audience, do you hear what he's saying? We talk so much about relationships, what makes them work, but sometimes we need to look at what makes them not work and hear it from a male's perspective. So today I have a guest and we're going to run it all down. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this.
To the secret formula of femininity for women who want to live a more feminine, fun, and fabulous life. I'm Dr. Nicole Monteiro, your host on this weekly journey to unlocking your inner radiance, nurturing fulfilling relationships, and becoming the best version of yourself.
Welcome back to the secret formula of femininity. I am your host and guide on this journey to tapping into your feminine essence, Dr. Nicole. And I have an amazing guest today. I have Yusuf from the Relationship Status Podcast. We're going to get into it, not just the wins or how you have a great relationship, but what you can learn from your relationship mistakes. So welcome, Yusuf. I'm so excited to get into this with you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Anytime I get a chance to talk relationships, I'm here because a lot of people don't agree with me. But it is what it is. I speak from my experience. I speak from a person who's been married, been divorced, been in multiple different types of relationships, from those that have been mentally abusive, verbally abusive, from the woman's standpoint, not necessarily mine, to those that have been extremely blissful. So I enjoy my show. I enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
And so I'm extremely blessed and happy to be here with you, Dr. Nicole.
Thank
I really appreciate you coming on my show. The numbers went up.
Okay.
So, I mean, you did your thing.
Thank you. Yes. And I think people think there's only one way to have a relationship. So when I heard you say you've been in different types of relationships, like you've been married, you've been divorced, and what are some of those other types?
I think it's marriage, divorce, dating. Because even in dating, I think that there's two types of dating. There's dating, and then there's dating with intention.
Yeah.
There's, some people believe that when you're dating someone, that you should only date them exclusively. And then there's others who believe that you can date multiple people until you get into a relationship. So I think that when it comes to the male-female dynamic, there's a lot of different nuances when it comes to relationships, but it only becomes successful once both people are communicative and not only transparent, not honest.
Okay, because transparent, what's the difference?
Transparency is, I don't have to ask you a question for it to be the truth.
Okay.
If I'm dating multiple people,
I don't have to say, are you dating multiple people?
Because I'm going to tell you, hey, I'm going out tonight with another woman.
Okay.
I'm going to be transparent with you. Honesty is you ask me, and until then, you're in sort of a mental abyss, so to speak, and trying to figure it out. And only some strong women or even men, because on one side, the man, he doesn't want to be seen as weak. He doesn't want to be seen as,
like
I ain't
he
worried.
Wants to know
I don't want to, I'm not worried about no other dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So for him, it's like, I don't want to ask because then she going to think I want a relationship.
Okay.
And then she going to think I'm keeping tabs
so
on
wait,
her.
Men go, because I talk to so many women, men go through that.
No. Yes, we do.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, you're not about to hurt me.
Okay.
So I have to check myself because it depends on the conversation we've had early on.
Like from day one?
From day one.
When? Okay.
From day one. Did we have a relationship? Did we have a conversation that said, I don't want nothing? All I want to do is this.
Okay.
I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm the fun time. In my mind, if you're the fun time, then you're always going to be the fun time.
It never
It's not going to change.
Okay.
The problem that I have sometimes with women, and I say this on my show, don't beat me up. The Femininity Podcast, don't beat me up. Like, don't come for me. But sometimes on my show, I say women don't lack integrity in a sense of, you might tell me this is all you want.
Like fun time or whatever.
I just want the fun time.
Yes.
In my mind, it's not going to change. It's for a man, Whatever you tell us so that we don't be hurt, or so that we don't get hurt, that's what it is from the start. Most men. My
Okay.
cousin is over here. She's doing some other stuff behind the scenes.
She has a different experience, so she's
over
like,
here.
well, that one wasn't honest.
Yeah. She does some other stuff over here. But what I'm saying is, most men, we see it as this is what it is. So if this is what it is, that's all we're going to be.
Okay.
No matter if we get physical, if we're not, if we go out a bunch of times, if we don't, if we talk on the phone every day, we're in the mindset of this is all it's going to be because we don't want to be hurt.
Because if you set your expectations that, hey, we might develop, we're friends, this or we're whatever, then if she doesn't want that or is not on the same.
Now,
Okay.
I'm going to a different place.
Okay.
And so now men, when we in our feelings, it's a lot different than women when they're in theirs.
Really?
Because the fall is different. Women expect the fall, men don't.
Interesting. So women expect to get hurt, but
Yes.
men don't?
No, we don't. Because what's the saying? Men are dogs, isn't it?
Yes. So you guys believe that about, is it an ego thing or?
I'm not sure if it's an ego thing.
Okay.
I think more or less it's because we don't want to be. At the end of the day, the man wants to be with a woman because we understand that we're not meant to walk this world alone.
Okay.
We understand that there's a woman is going to bring value to our life.
Yeah.
It's going to give us two things give men purpose, women and children.
To like have that drive.
Yes, the protect and provide.
Yeah.
I'm gonna protect and provide my children. I'm gonna protect and provide for my woman. And so, if we're in the mindset of this woman wants more from us, we go into this situation a lot different than we do.
If it's just transactional.
If it's just transactional, or it's fly by night, or
Okay.
it's we're just having fun.
Yes.
That's what women use. We're just having fun. We're just
What
having a
do
good
men
time.
say? What do they call it?
Oh, that's the good time gal. That's the old time saying. Good time gal. But men say we're just having a good time. And in that sense, in our mind, so that we don't get hurt, we go, okay, we're gonna keep it at this line.
Okay.
And we're not gonna cross this line. The moment we start to cross this line, now we're gonna have a conversation with you. Hey, look, I'm starting to feel something here. Where are you?
So men will say those
Men
things.
will say that. Women just go off on it. I'm in a relationship.
You mean without the conversation?
Yeah, no conversation. I can't tell you how many relationships I've been in that I didn't even
That
know.
you didn't wait. So you cheated and you didn't know?
I didn't know. Wait. Ask a man his anniversary date. I guarantee you it's different than his wife. Outside of marriage.
Okay.
Like, when did we get in a relationship? His anniversary date is different than hers.
Wow.
She was in a relationship long before he
Earlier
was.
than he. And I have heard that from women, like when I coach women and
Yes.
stuff. Yes. That is deep.
No, but it's true because I think whereas men are more apt to have the conversation, but they won't initiate it,
Oh,
women are afraid of the conversation and won't initiate it.
okay. But men are open to
We're
it if
open
asked.
yes.
Okay.
If you bring it to me, hey, these are the feelings I'm having. What are you feeling?
Okay. But I hear, just to like
Go ahead.
challenge that a little bit, or you tell me more. I hear women say, like, when they ask that, if they're seeing a guy or they wanted to go to the next level, the guy kind of pushes them away, like, oh, you're asking all these questions. Why are you, like they get that sense that the man feels like it's a bother or you're doing too much.
Because they're not dating men. They're dating boys.
Okay.
A man that's in tune with what he wants and is intentional about what he wants and understands that a woman, she has a feeling before you do. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we do have that before she does.
Okay.
It's just people
Yeah.
dealing. A man is more open to having that conversation and keeping it clear and keeping the lines of communication clear
Okay.
more than a woman is to be clear because she's afraid of the answer.
Interesting. Whereas a man is
A man is
prepared
no.
for-
Please ask me because I want clarity.
Okay.
I need to know what are we in
Yeah.
because I don't want to act unaccordingly. I need to make sure that I'm in my lane all the time because emotionally, a man cannot deal with the fallout. Women are conditioned to deal with fallout.
Okay. Yes, because that's how we started. I want you to tell me about that. When you say men fall harder or their fallout
Yes.
is where, tell me about that. Explain that to me.
We talked about it a little bit on my show.
Uh-huh.
Men aren't supposed to cry. We're not supposed to be emotionally tied to anything. We're supposed to suck it up. One way that we protect ourselves is by making sure that our communication is clear, especially with a woman.
Yeah.
Because if we're not clear, we're more apt. We are more apt to fall for a woman than a woman is to fall for us.
You say that again. I don't think my audience, do you hear what he's saying? Because the image or the perception is different.
But that's why we have this hard shell.
Yeah.
That's why we're more, this is that. I can't fall in love. I can't have feelings because the fallout is so drastic and it is so big. That's why if a man is cheated on, it's more difficult for him to deal with than a woman that's cheated on.
Yeah.
Because it's almost expected on her end. She has been conditioned from a young lady to understand that men
Are dogs.
are
or
dogs
whatever.
and men aren't this and men aren't that, and you got to protect yourself, whether it's from her father or her mother whether it's from her father who's protecting her, or her mother who's was left by her father,
Okay.
or the woman who was let down by her father.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, she's twice as more apt to have these feelings of disappointment than a man is. But the man, seeing that she's twice as apt to say, okay, I accept it because that's what's supposed to happen. A woman ain't supposed to leave a man.
Stronger.
She's stronger in that sense, mentally, because she's accepted the fact that this is a possibility. For a man, that's why a man can't deal with his woman cheating on him.
See, and a lot of women will get mad at that because it's like, so you're basically saying we just have to suck it up and accept it because this is what we're told. But you guys, no, you can't handle it.
No, we can't handle it. And it's not saying that you have to accept it, but you are conditioned to accept it.
Okay.
So it's an easier, I would say, easier fall for women than for a man. For a man, it's like, this is my woman. My woman. It's almost like a possessionist type of thing.
Yeah.
And so there's nothing that she shouldn't do anything that's going to be disrespectful. She shouldn't do anything that's going to hurt me because women don't hurt men. Even though at the end of the day, sometimes, how many men live with their mom? Because their mom raised them. How many moms go, it's Father's Day and I'm
mother,
I'm both. No, you're not.
So that creates an unhealthy mindset for the man.
All of these things create unhealthy mindset. Guy Downstairs Podcast Summit 2026. One of the guys' podcast, Maurice's podcast, is about Maurice. I forget Maurice's last name.
I'm father, growing up without a father.
Growing up without a father. And he talked to one of the guys, and I was there for the conversation. And the guy said, "Oh, no, I had a father. It was my mother."
Oh, one of somebody
that was just having a conversation with him about his podcast.
Yeah.
I had a father. It was my mother. No, you didn't have a father.
Yeah.
You had a mother who had to take care of you. And no matter what you say, she was never going to be the male figure that you needed in your life. Now, did she do the best job she possibly could? Sure did. But there are some deficiencies that you have that everybody ends up with, depending on who raises them in any aspect of life. Because even if somebody from two-parent household could turn out just worse off.
Somebody just told me today her parents were married for 56 years, but she never saw them fight. So she didn't, or resolve conflict. So when she got in her own marriage, she got divorced because she said she didn't have any clue on how to manage conflict.
Hold on now.
Okay.
That's her fault.
Okay, why do you say that?
The best advice I ever got from anyone. When I was in my marriage, I got divorced after 3 years. When I was in my marriage and I was trying to fight divorce, I called my homeboy who'd been married.
Long time.
Yeah. Probably been married about 7 years by the time that happened. They're still married today, which is crazy to me.
How many?
They got married in 2007.
Okay.
And they're still married today.
Almost 20. That's coming
almost
up
20 years.
Yeah.
She just threw him the bomb 50th birthday. Like, I was like, I need to find me a woman so that I can have somebody throw me a 50th birthday.
You're like, hurry up, the clock is ticking.
I got a couple years left. Like,
Yeah.
I need that type of energy. Because she went out. She went all out. Loves him today, just like she loved him because they met in college, when we were all in college. And what I mean in that sense of the conditioning, when I went to him, he said, I can't give you no advice. And I said, why can't you give me no advice? I said, bro, you've been married longer than me.
Yeah.
He said, you are not me. And my wife is not your wife. So what works for us in our marriage, even though I may give you the advice, might not necessarily work for you in your marriage. And I've heard a lot of kids say, a lot of youngins, or even adults say that they never saw their parents argue. So, and the reason why I say it's on her is although you didn't see your parents resolve conflict, as an adult, you should at least know there was conflict.
Yeah, for them to even make it to that
For
point.
them to make it to however many, whatever years, they didn't go 30 plus years without having an argument. Even if it was about, like, this is my last episode, we talked about arguing over the trash. Like, even if it was over him taking out the trash, they had an argument. But I think parents need to do a good job of protecting their children from the negativity so they see marriage.
That's my philosophy.
So
and I'm like, I don't want to bring.
Exactly. So they see marriage as a positive thing that can help both parties, the man and the woman. So the fact that she is, personally, I think the young lady or old lady, because I don't know her age, is using that as an excuse for why she is not where she wants to be in any kind of marriage or relationship or whatever it is. Because to say that your parents, so what's the other side of the argument? You saw your parents all argue all the time, and you saw your daddy beat your mama's butt?
Well, but I feel like I've seen this a lot where people who come from like a long-term marriage, parents, they tend to, I won't say always, but I've just observed this, they'll get divorced. Whereas me, my parents were divorced, and it almost made me like, my marriage, like, it's so important to me. Whereas maybe you take it, if you grow up around it.
Is the extreme unhealthy is the question.
Like where it's.
Because if I've been around a family, because she may be in a situation where seeing her parents always agree and never seeing her parents deal with conflict might have put her in a situation where she can't deal with conflict. But you can't tell me from age 17, and let's say she's 30, to age 30, you never had to deal with conflict in a relationship? Because your parents had to find a way to deal with the conflict. And you can't tell me that you didn't think remotely that your parents didn't have any conflict to the point where it's affecting the relationships you have today? That don't even make sense.
Because the extreme, like I heard Rihanna talking about how her parents used to fight. I'm assuming they were married or whatever. Used to fight so much to where she would get these splitting headaches. Like it was just so, I think her dad had an alcohol problem, but like I remember reading that, and then to see what happened with her and Chris Brown and whatever, but just her seeing all that toxicity, she was like, it just affected her. She never said it didn't make her want to get married, but I was wondering, what did that do?
Okay, well, let's think about it like this. Granddad had about 10 ladies down the street.
And that's why the young girls are like, they don't want to deal with grandma and grandpa.
I'm just saying, Granddad had about a couple women. Grandma never left. Because grandma knew grandpa was coming home. Because most toxic thing I ever heard. And I told my dad he was full of crap.
Who is this?
My dad.
Oh, your dad.
First off, I gotta give a little bit of context. My daddy, funny dude. My daddy got married. And when he got married after my mom, he was the head of security for a condominium. My first year in South Carolina going to college, I had talked this girl into driving me home. And so the radiator busted. So my daddy, we drove from South Carolina to New York.
Car.
We drove from South Carolina to New York. And I don't remember the girl's name. Anyway, so my dad was like, I'll fix it, just bring it by. So I bring it by his job. He's married. And it's a condos, doctors, lawyers. As these people are leaving, they're kissing them in the mouth very passionately.
Your dad?
4 or 5 women, and he's married. My daddy looks at me and goes, what can I say? After about the 4th, 5th lady, I said, Daddy, what are you? He said, what can I tell you? I love women. So this is 2000. I think that was when I went to college. It was 2000. So this is the spring of 2000. I end up having a conversation with him maybe 2 years ago. And I said, Dad, I think your example for me did not have me deal with women in a way in which I felt like, or I deemed it necessary to take things serious.
Okay.
My daddy defended his behavior.
Uh-huh.
Because now he's married, not out in the street. He's married again.
Right.
Esther, amazing woman. Love her to death. But my daddy's 76 now. What are you going
that's
to do?
what
What you going to do at 76? At the end of the day, what are you doing at 76?
Yeah.
You got surgeries that got to happen. You try to stay alive
need a nurse.
at this point. You need a nurse.
Yeah.
I love you, Dad. Let's know that. We had a conversation, and he said, well, son, you do know that the original purpose of the black man in America was to breed. They didn't bring us here for no other reason but to breed other blacks for slavery, so that they can have other kids, so the men and the boys can breed. So by nature, that is what black men are supposed to do.
Black men in America.
Black men in America.
Okay.
So
okay, I'm
to me,
trying to find.
No. So to me, I'm going. If this ain't the biggest load of nonsense of somebody trying to rationalize their actions throughout my childhood,
from like history and society.
from history, because my dad is extremely well read.
Yeah.
You go in
And
his
he's not
house.
wrong about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I tell my students, I'm an English teacher. I tell my students, you're never wrong as long as you can prove it from the text. If you can find somebody to prove your point of view, he can find people to prove that what his theory is correct. But it's nonsense. Because if that's the case, then you would continue this behavior throughout your life.
But you settled down.
But you have settled down with someone at this point in your life because you understand that what you did was wrong on some.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how people think, especially intelligent, well-read people, think because I can interpret anything that I read. I can find.
You can find an intelligent, like.
It's dark outside. I can find somewhere in research that says it's daytime, even though it's pitch black outside.
Yeah.
If I want to prove my point.
But you could see that in what he was saying. But how did that? Well, how do you think what you saw affect? You said it affected.
It affected me to the whole.
To your marriage.
It affected me all the way to my marriage. It affected me up until that conversation with him.
Yeah. And then after the conversation?
It made me know that he's full of nonsense.
But did that change how you treated women or whatever?
No. I
treated, but like.
Well, I think for me, I don't blame, and this is what some men do, and this is when I think that you could decide whether you're dealing with a man, whether a woman could decide whether dealing with a man or a boy.
Okay.
When my daddy got married for the time after my mom, I was the best man in his wedding. I think I was 17, 18 at the time. And my brother, who is finally about to get out of jail after serving about 9 years, my sister has never been in a positive relationship. She has 3 kids by the same guy who, at the end of the day, will not deal with her on that
Like
level,
as you-
who does not see her as a wife because she never demanded to be seen as a wife, because she never saw that as an example. And my dad was never around to treat her in that example, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He never,
She was raised kind of
Yes.
not, because we talked a little bit on
yeah,
here, like,
she was raised in a sense of survival
okay,
rather than, yo, I'm worth and I'm worthy and
Yeah,
I'm this
yeah.
and I'm that. And so
so each of you all,
each of us had a different aspect. And then
Okay.
my youngest brother is from the woman that he dealt with during his marriage with my stepmom,
okay,
after
not-
my mom.
okay, so after your mom and after your stepmom,
But during my stepmom,
okay, yeah,
he was dealing with this woman, and he came from that. And so at the end of the day, what we end up with is four different outcomes.
okay,
Me, my cousin will tell you, issues with women.
okay. Tell it. So just tell. I want to get it.
No, we can't. Listen,
What happened in your marriage that after 3 years?
first year of my first daughter, me and her mom dated for 2 years in college, my sophomore and junior year.
Okay.
Relationship went to the bad. And I won't say went to the bad, but she lacked emotion. I lacked emotion. And if you got two people that ain't got no emotion, it ain't going
Coming
nowhere.
from a place of trauma
Yeah.
or something.
Yes. But the physical aspect, explosive.
I just did an episode. Chemistry is not compatibility. So you
Listen.
guys had chemistry.
Oh my God. Like,
But
it
not
was off the
long-term.
charts.
Okay.
And so we said, hey, the relationship sucks, but we can keep the physical. So it ended up being, hey, you went to the club? Yeah, you went to the club? All right, what you doing tonight? Nothing? All right, come over. We ended up, after that action, after that type of deal, 4 to 5 months, she ends up pregnant with my oldest.
Okay.
While she's pregnant with my oldest, I meet my second oldest's mom. And I'm like, look, I need to be more intentional about what I do. She's from New York. I'm from New York. I'm eventually going to move back to New York after I
Okay.
graduate.
So it seems like a
Let's make it
match
happen.
made in
It's a
heaven.
match made in heaven. And I met her in New York, even though she went to school in Alabama. I think she was pregnant. She ended up pregnant.
By you?
By me.
It's like she ended.
She ended up pregnant.
No.
I don't know how, but she ended up pregnant. And we ended up getting engaged because I was like, because at this point,
You wanted.
I don't want to be my dad.
Yeah, yeah.
At this point, I so don't want to be my father. I don't want to come up how I came up. I don't want to deal with the nonsense that I dealt with. That I'm going to be there for my child. I already have one child out of wedlock. I'm not doing this again. I'm just not.
Yeah.
And I had feelings for her. I wouldn't say I was in love with her, but I had feelings for her. And so the plan was, my child was supposed to be born after I graduated. I was supposed to move back to New York after I graduate.
Okay.
My daughter ends up getting born on the day I'm graduating. My phone's going off in my pocket.
You're
and
like, with
I'm
the
walking down
captain
the
gas?
aisle. And I'm like, I can't answer it right now. So I like, hey, I'm in graduation line after they sit us. And her mom is like, well, she's in labor. You need to come home now. I can't come home now. I'm literally in the line. My grandmother's here. My father's here. My mom's
Yeah.
here. Everybody's here. I'm graduating from college. I'm the first person in my family to graduate college. I'm the first person
That is
of
deep.
my friends. I think I was the first person. Mo Black was the first one to graduate college, but I was the second one of
Like
my
right
friends
after,
to graduate college. And it was a good bit of us that was just like, we don't know if we're gonna make it.
Wow.
And I went down to South Carolina. I went to South Carolina on a wing and a prayer.
Yeah.
So this is sort of accomplishment for not only me, my family, my friends. Like I was able to do something with
Yeah,
myself
yeah.
at a point where nobody saw me doing anything for my. I think I was working at Wendy's at the time I left.
Well, the Wendy's the store, like the rest.
Yeah, Wendy's the restaurant.
yeah.
Like I think at one point I was dealing with the crazy girl, Tamika. Yeah. So
Shout out Tamika.
Shout out to Tamika. Like it's a lot of stuff like that was going on, and I was like, "Yo, I'm out." Like I think I came to them one day we was all at the house. We'd all got this house. It was like 7 of us that lived in this
Roommate
house.
or like-
all roommates, and we all lived in this house. And I was like, I think it might have been like the 26th. I decided to go. I told them, they're like, when you leaving? Oh, I'm leaving right after New Year's. And I literally got in and left. But it was an accomplishment because from where I was to where I had gone in just a short period of time.
That's deep, though.
Yeah. And so she was like, you need to come home now. I said, well, I'm going to come home. My grandmother, everybody got the flight coming home 2 days.
Yeah.
You need to come home now because the baby's this and third. Anyway, we ended up breaking up because I
Do
told.
you think due to that?
No,
like,
it wasn't due to that. But I told her, I said, hey, I got a job offer down here. And although it's South Carolina, it's making about 30-something thousand.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a job in New York. I don't have a job in New York. I have another daughter here.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all move, I already have an apartment here. If y'all move down here, I could take care of all of us with no problem.
Yeah. That provide and protect instinct.
That's all.
Yeah.
I was able to do that.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, that's not the plan. You need to move up here. And she drew a line in the sand. And we ended up breaking up.
Wow. How old was your daughter?
My daughter had just been born.
Oh, so you
Like we
guys
ended up
lived-
like I went home and we had this conversation and I was broken up before I left to go back to South Carolina.
But
take
what
the job.
happened leading up to that? Did the conversation?
No, it just she said the plan was for you to come home.
Okay.
And what she said was you're choosing your daughter in South Carolina over your
Okay.
daughter in New York.
Okay.
And you just want to have everybody there. And I'm like, no, I could take care of everybody there. These people are offering me a job now and you're not working. And it's gonna take me a couple of months to find a job.
Yeah.
If I find a job
New York is
in my
expensive,
field.
yeah.
If I find a job in my field. And so all that happens, and then I end up meeting this woman that I think is amazing.
Your
My
soon-to-be
ex-wife,
wife.
my soon-to-be wife.
Yes.
Meet her
In South Carolina.
in South
You-
Carolina.
Okay.
I was dating her friend, and
Whoa.
don't even. Let's not
Okay.
even. This is
Shout out to the friend.
This is what people know of me. You know, I was dating her friend. She brought her to the house to pick up a gift from me, and me and a friend were kind of on the outs.
Okay.
But me and her connected. I'm a big football fan, sports fan, and she was huge on sports, and we kind of connected over that.
Okay.
And so we decided to take the adult route, and we said, "Hey, we're gonna let the friend know that this is what we're doing."
Okay.
And I ended up.
Like love at first sight. Type
It was
thing?
like love.
Yeah.
Like she had a key to my apartment within 2 weeks. Like within 2 weeks, I gave her a key to my apartment.
Okay.
We started dating, I think, the end of December because it was around Christmas time. And then February, she comes to me and says, "This is too much for me. We're moving too fast. Here's your key. I'm done.
Oh, done. Not just
I'm
slow
done.
down. Okay.
I'm done."
Says it's over. Not slow down, but
No,
it's over.
it's done. It's moving too fast. I'm done.
Okay.
And mind you, every day we spent together from, I think it might have been December 27th to whatever time in February. It wasn't a day that I did not see her. And so she says, "Okay, well, I'm done." I'm distraught.
I was gonna say, was
I
that
am-
you falling?
Oh
like,
my! I fell. That is the last time no, it's not the last time. But that was the first time I fell that hard, and like was hurt to that degree.
like how can't get out of bed? Like, what is that?
It wasn't out of bed. Nah, I got out of bed.
Okay.
I had to go to work now. And I'm
Just-
no, I'm hardcore now.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna
You're
let
like,
you.
wait a minute
Nah,
now.
yeah, we gotta check ourselves
Okay.
here now. We gotta make it happen now. We ain't gonna just be out here.
Okay.
But I felt it because I thought she was it.
Yeah.
Maybe about 2 months passed. Phone rings. I'm pregnant, but I don't know if it's yours. Click.
Wow.
Called her back like 3 times. No answer. What? Wait, hold on. A couple weeks passed. Yes, I'm pregnant. It's yours. I'm not keeping it. Click. I called. What you doing? You gonna have an abortion? No. I'm gonna give it up for adoption. One of my professors can't have a kid. I'm gonna give it to my professor. I said, well, I'm not signing over my rights.
Yeah.
I'll take the baby. I want to give it to somebody I don't know. You don't know me now. She ends up keeping the baby. As she keeps the baby, now it becomes toxic.
Now, this is your soon-to-be wife.
This is my soon-to-be wife. Now it becomes completely toxic. You need to keep your baby. No, give me the baby. No, you need to keep your baby. No, we need to be together. No, we don't need to be together. I hate you. I love you. I hate you. I love you. My cousin ends up getting out of prison. He served some time in prison. He comes up to visit. I said, yo, when you get out, just come up. I got shoes galore. I'm going to help you out. So he drives up. He shouldn't have drove up, but he comes up. Him and his homeboy come up. We have this party. He loves Jägermeister. So we start drinking Jaeger. She comes over wanting to be on some nonsense. He comes out, look.
Nonsense like what?
Here's the baby.
Okay. The baby was already born?
Oh, no, yeah, my baby's born at this point. And so it's a girl.
But you guys are still toxic.
Yeah, we're going back and forth. And he goes, look, we not doing that tonight. I just got out. My boy, cuz got a party for me. We gonna party. If you here, you gonna party, or you got to go. And Khalil he's just that straightforward.
Yeah, he made it like.
So, he made it like y'all gonna piece up for tonight, or y'all gonna be out. So we start drinking Jaeger bombs. I wake up the next morning. She's next to me. I don't know how she got next to me. A couple months later, I'm pregnant again.
What? So. And what state is this in again? So
this is South Carolina.
South Carolina. Yeah. You guys move fast. It's too slow. You break up. You're pregnant, giving it up, keeping it, and you guys just haven't made it to the wedding yet.
No, this is not even to the wedding yet. So
that's that addictive love.
Oh,
that
this is
dopamine.
Completely
is like
toxic.
Your brain is just.
This is completely toxic, and she ends up having a really bad car accident. Really bad car accident. My daughter's in the car. My daughter's in the car. She's been pregnant maybe 6 months. My son they have to C-section my son.
Oh my gosh.
He almost passed. We end up with a lawsuit because it was a truck that hit her. Oh God. We end up with a lawsuit. She gets money. The kids get money. Yeah. And I'm looking at it like, I got to be an adult. I got 2 baby mamas. I don't need to do this no more.
Yeah. I almost
lost my kids because she was pregnant with my son. Yeah. My daughter's in the car. She's 1 year old. Everybody ends up in the hospital. Yeah. She almost dies. It's just so much emotion involved in it. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to ask her to marry me. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to end it here. And we'll fix whatever it is that we can't get right. And so I asked her to marry me. She says yes. We end up moving in together. And I had a friend of mine, Big Ty, every day that we're engaged, you don't need to marry her. Every single day.
What did he see?
All of my friends disliked her because of what we went through in that toxic period. Yeah. She called the cops on me. It was so much stuff. There was one point where she dropped the baby off to me and then called the cops and said he took the baby. So that's how toxic the situation was. And all my friends were around for that. Yeah. And they saw how it affected me. And so when I told them I got engaged to her, everybody accepted it, but they didn't like it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so...
but what was that attraction? You guys hit it off so
the chemistry was so strong between us that some people can mistake chemistry for love.
Yes. Absolutely. And usually we say it's women. That's who I talk to, but
if a woman is so staunch in that, it could pull a man over. Because of it is. Yeah. It's completely contagious. When a woman is into you in that sense, as much as she was into me, and it's so physical and it's so passionate and it's so everything else, everything feels like love.
Is it an ego boost? Or just
I don't think it's an ego boost.
Just like intoxicating.
But remember, you're talking to somebody whose parents and grandmother never said they love you.
See, they didn't hear, but that was part of what we talked about
on my show. Never heard it, not one day.
Yeah. So you have these women that you get involved with who are
feeding a need. Of not only that, but I'm seeing my dad and what he's doing from the women to the, and you're talking about probably the most intelligent man I know.
Yeah.
Women. And then me wanting the need for validation in what I'm doing and wanting somebody to say, I love you, and wanting to hear those things,
Yeah.
not knowing that that's what I wanted to hear.
But you just know when you get it, it feels
Oh my God.
amazing.
It's like, oh my, because you might not say it, but your actions with me are showing me that you love me in that sense. And so we end up, my friend Big Ty, who was against the marriage, was against the engagement, he ends up dying in a car accident. And it's a tight group of us.
Yeah.
And I'm the person that's, as you can see, I'm the media guy.
Yeah.
So the family sent me, it must have been hundreds of pictures.
So you did like.
So I had to do the memorial. And so I'm sitting there, I'm in the house because we moved in together because we're engaged. And I'm sitting there, I got pictures all around me. And I'll never forget this day. And she comes to me and she says, you're engaged to me, right? I said, yes. You love me, right? I said, yes. She said, so if you'll marry me, because we had set the date for a year out.
Okay.
She said, well, if you'll marry me in a year, you'll marry me tomorrow. We can go to the judge and get married.
Yeah.
So it took a couple of days. We signed the paperwork, whatever. And I was so emotionally gone.
Because of your
Yeah,
friend,
everything.
you
I'm
thought-
just
yeah,
emotionally through.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, fine, no problem. We end up on the day of my friend's wake. We're married. We get married. I so wanted something to feel good about. I show up to the wake with her on my arm. Now everybody hates her.
Because everybody.
Everybody
So
has
your
seen the
judgment
toxicity.
with that is
Yeah,
interesting.
Oh, everybody dislikes her.
Yeah.
They put up with her, but they dislike her.
Yeah.
And I show up to the wake. Everybody distraught. Everybody has seen the body. At this point, I got there late, but the video was there on time. Hey, y'all, I'm married. My boy Doc goes, to who? I said, Tanika. He says, rolls his eyes and walks off.
And she's
She's just standing there. And she doesn't really see it, but everybody starts to withdraw from me.
Yeah.
So now it's literally at the end, within 10 minutes, it's just me and her standing here, where it was like 20 people around when I got there.
What made you think though, like
I just wanted
to bring everybody together?
I wanted to feel good.
Yeah.
In a moment in which I felt, because the night my friend Ty died, I was coaching college basketball. I was an assistant college basketball coach. And we had been on a road trip. And the night we got back, he called and said, yo, we about to go out. It was him, Doc, my boy Malcolm, Ty, everybody had went out. And Ty called me and was like, yo, hey man, hey, I want to go out. Everybody's coming out. I said, bro, I just got off the road. I ain't seen the kids. I ain't seen the wife in a minute. I'ma just chill at the crib. He's like, all right, man, because that was a Saturday night. And Sunday he would always come over to the house and watch football. And so about 3 a.m, my boy Malcolm calls and he said, hey, Nika there? I said, yeah, nigga, it's 3 a.m. He said, give her the phone. I gave her the phone.
He didn't want to tell you.
He didn't want to tell me. And then tells her, she hangs up the phone, she tells me.
Yeah.
And I'm done. Because this is my guy. And I just wanted something so bad to feel so good that I was like, I compromised what I wanted in a sense of waiting the time out to getting married then. First year of marriage, horrible.
The same kind of
oh my God.
Because those things don't just go away.
They don't go away. Toxic nonsense, horrible.
When you say talk, like just arguments that are yelling, like
arguments, it's arguments. It's I don't want to be here. She don't want to be here.
But
second year, then makeup sex.
Yeah.
Second year marriage, I'm talking about the best year of my life.
Wow.
I'd never had a better year than that.
Just magically, or you guys worked on it?
I don't know what happened, but it was the two of us intentionally saying this marriage is going to work. We had game nights. We had game nights on Fridays. We had cookouts on Saturdays. We both loved to entertain family. We had a house. The kids were happy.
Yeah.
We were genuinely happy. And then we were so happy we decided to have a reception
For the
wedding
yeah.
because we just went to the courthouse and got
Yeah.
married. My mom flies in. My grandmother flies in. This is before my grandmother passed. My grandmother flies in. My dad flies. My dad don't go nowhere. Actually, my dad actually flew in before that. And when he left, see, my daddy was happy with any woman that allowed me to not ask him for money.
Okay, so he's
So whenever
like,
I didn't ask him for money, he was happy
like,
with her.
I'm there.
Yeah, I'm there. And she was amazing. She had a master's in business. She was amazing with finances. By the time I was divorced, my credit score was through the roof because she just was a whiz. And the reception was the beginning of the end.
Why?
We got our families in the same space. Her family was Jehovah's Witness. My grandmother was a staunch Catholic. And my grandmother did not hold her tongue for anybody.
Okay.
And I remember there was at the reception, and this is just indicative of where things were going. At the reception, my grandmother, at this point, she's on a crutch, and she's probably 80-something at this point. And she's walking up to get her food, and she said the prayer. And after, matter of fact, it was before she walked up, she said the prayer. And she always had a problem with this Jehovah's Witness business. And so after she did the prayer, my ex-wife's mom got up and said, now we will have brother, I forget what his name was, say a prayer.
And it's a different type of prayer.
My grandmother got up while the man was praying. This is what I'm talking about. These people have no respect for my God, so I ain't got no respect for their God.
My God.
And she starts to walk up and get her food while the man is praying.
Lord.
So now everybody's like kind of looking, but they want to have their head down. So you
Yeah.
see the eyes are like up and looking. And my grandmother with her crutch is literally going through the line, getting her food
Saying, "Look,
while
let
the
me
man
get
is
my
praying.
plate." Yeah.
Y'all can stay quiet for this prayer, but that ain't my God. And from that point, it kind of brought a divide in.
Yeah.
And it just kind of grew because it kind of, all the warts that were covered up by us kind of trying to do stuff.
It sounds like it was so much trauma bonding where you guys felt good, but then
Yes.
the real issues, family
Just-
divides, they wouldn't go away.
Everything just couldn't go away.
Yeah.
My inability to be a good father because I hadn't seen one. My inability,
oldest.
yes, my inability to be, and then not only that, but she didn't accept my oldest daughter.
Because how do you not like
She didn't accept her. I don't know why. To this day, I don't know
if
why.
you would try to bring her
Yes.
or
She would say, she can't come over my house.
but your second daughter would, so she was okay with
Her mom was so upset that I didn't have a relationship with her.
the second.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't have a relationship with my second daughter until she was a sophomore in college. This is 3 years ago.
Okay.
But those two moms, they bonded after my divorce. And so those kids grew up together. While my
The
oldest
and the second, or the
second oldest and the kids from my marriage,
yeah, yeah,
they grew up together. While I didn't have a relationship with any of them.
yeah. How does, first of all, it's like your demeanor, you're so happy and cheerful. I mean, I can't say how you feel, but like,
Yeah.
you still live life. This is what I see with this. Like, you are just,
I think
how do you
my
deal
dad,
with all that?
I talked to my dad when I was at my lowest. And I questioned me as a father. And he said, your kids are going to come looking for you.
Yeah.
Just be ready to have a conversation. And so what I did was, there was a point where, first off, your friends give you the worst advice when it comes to child support. Don't listen to them.
What do they say? Like,
Oh,
fight
you ain't
it?
got to pay it. This, that.
They think of it as the system.
Yeah, it's the
and-
system. Me, if anybody I know has a kid and they not with the mama, go put yourself on child support and start paying now.
For the child's sake or for protection?
For the
Legal
child's sake
protection?
and legal protection.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter what's happening between you and the mom. You could always do more.
Yeah.
because now I do, trust me, I do
Yeah.
my fair share for my kids while still paying my child support. But I say that in the sense of it makes you understand. Like I ended up not listening to my friends, and I ended up in an intervention program where they were like, you could either go to jail because you ain't pay your child support, or you can go to this program for 3 months. And there was a guy who came to talk to us
about fatherhood.
Yeah, fatherhood.
Okay.
It's called the fatherhood program.
Okay.
And this guy came to talk to us and said, you don't have a relationship with your child now. He said, but what I want you to do is each week, I want you to mail a letter to yourself, updating your child on whatever you want to talk to them about. And so I did that every week until I got an opportunity to meet my daughter.
Okay.
And when I did that, and she was like, Dad, I don't want to talk about the past, but I do want to know, like, what were you doing all these years? And I said, baby, here.
Wow. This is the second.
Yes, it's the second here. And it was the first time ever, because I think what happened was, I don't think, my oldest was at George Mason as a sophomore. My second oldest ended up at Howard.
Oh, HU.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were like 20 minutes apart.
Yeah, because that's right down in Northern Virginia.
The connection was my youngest girl, Braylon, who was tight with both of them.
She went.
And she kind of connected the two of them.
Okay, where was she still?
Braylon
younger?
was in high school at the time. At the time, she was in high school. She's graduated now. And so she connected the two of them. So then my oldest, Kayla, calls me, hey, Dad, Niara called me. I don't know what to say to her. I said, well, just talk to her. I said, y'all got a relationship. She ain't got to have a relationship with me. Y'all got a relationship. And so she ends up, they end up talking. Dad, why she think you got money? I said, I don't know, because I'm broke. And she says, I know you broke.
We all know.
We all know you broke, Dad. And so she was like, well, I'm going to talk to her. And then she called me. She said, she wants to call you. So we'll give her my number. She called me. We talked for like maybe 2 or 3 hours. 2 days later, I picked up my kids from my marriage. My daughter was already up there. And then my youngest 2 sons were living with me.
From your marriage?
After my marriage, I had 2 other kids.
So how many kids
I got
do you
6.
Have? Okay.
Yeah.
With 4. You ever watch the Kendrick? They're like, how many kids and how many baby moms?
Listen.
Okay.
That's why when I date somebody now, I'm not having no more kids.
Okay.
I tell them from the gate, we're not having no kids.
Yeah.
Because I got engaged after my marriage.
Okay. So you were willing to do it again. What I'm hearing, like, it's like you put yourself in relationships where some people are saying, I will never be in a marriage again or a relationship again, but you've been engaged 3 times.
Well, here's the thing. I've been engaged 3 times, been married once. I don't think anybody should pay the bill that somebody else ran up.
Okay.
Just because it didn't work out over here doesn't mean that it won't work out with someone else. I've grown. They've probably been through some things and they've grown. And I have to give them the same opportunity that everybody else has had. Because if I don't give them that opportunity, then what am I doing? What are we doing this for?
The opportunity what?
The opportunity to be happy for the rest of nobody wants to be 80 years old and I'm rocking on a chair on the porch by myself. What's that for? What are we doing? Like, did we spend all of these years on the earth to end up alone at the end of the day?
But are you jumping into relationships
I'm
too
not.
quickly?
Oh, no.
In your history. I mean.
In my history?
Yes. Were you jumping in too quickly or too idealistic? Like seeing the best in people?
It may be idealistically because I saw the best in people.
Okay.
While not understanding that I wasn't the best version of me.
Okay.
So I remember my ex-wife told me one time, I'm like this because you made me like this. And I didn't understand that at the time.
You were like, no, that's not it.
Man, how did I make you like this? You crazy. You kicking down the door and wanting to snatch me up and being verbally abusive, that's on you. That ain't on me. And she was trying to tell me that she had never been in a relationship where a person treated her the way I treated her, although I never cheated. I did not put her or my family first.
So you were emotionally, like, what does that mean? You were
emotionally
distant
at the time. because now we have to go into, I think sometimes people don't understand how much the way they are raised affects who they are.
Yeah, I absolutely, yeah.
My grandmother worked every day until she couldn't work anymore. My mother is working right now. She's probably at work right now. My dad worked as soon as he ended up getting himself straight off of heroin. He worked his behind off. All I knew was work. The way I knew my grandmother loved me, my mom loved me, lights was on, I got fed, this and that. Nobody told me anything.
Yeah.
So all of those things being the case, that's the way I show love.
So
That's
when
what
they
at that
said
point,
you weren't putting them first, you were literally working.
I was literally working and trying to provide, because to me, where we come from, we ain't had much. When we was at 228,
That's in
like it was
Brooklyn, or-
no, it's in Jersey. It was
Okay.
like it was like 7 of us living in the house, all of us piecing money together to be in this house and we like 18 years old, 17 years old.
Oh, that's the house where you said it was 7 people.
Yeah, like, and we're all in this house, and all of us are 8. The oldest person was 25, Tremaine. But we're all making it work.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bedrooms, and some of the relationships, and everybody's paying maybe $200
Yeah.
because we don't got nowhere to go.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not by choice. It's just out of necessity that all of us end up in this space. And so that being the case, I don't want to put my kids through that. Not if I can help
Yeah.
it. Not if I can help it. And I think that that's what had me be in these spaces of not only an emotional decision, but a business decision. Because two household income is way better than a one household income. A one income household. It just is. To this day.
Yeah.
Like, I have to be careful today to not fall into something, because I'm like,
You're like, wait a minute now.
I could
50 plus.
yeah, I could be way better off
Yeah.
if I had a wife than if
Yeah.
I'm doing this by myself. And I have to be very careful. Like I said, it's just,
But did you communicate that? Like when you were
I didn't,
working
because I didn't
hard,
know.
So when she's like, hey, you're not prioritizing us, or what's, expressing her displeasure, what are you saying?
I'm gonna tell you what people don't do.
Yeah.
You know, they got the love languages. Most people, and I know you got a women base,
Yes.
and women do this mostly, but men do it a lot. But mostly women. I must bring it up. It's mostly women. You love how you want to be loved,
Yes.
not how the other
The
person
other
wants to be
person.
loved. And in the love languages and everything else, you have to show love the way the other person wants to receive it, rather than the way that you want to receive it, because it might not necessarily be the same thing.
But why aren't people, well, why didn't you guys communicate? I was going to say people, but in your case, why don't people communicate that? Like, if she says blah, 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 you're like, the way I'm showing I love you guys is I'm working to provide.
You got to remember, I didn't get communication as a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't get no communication. It was either, if you didn't do good in school, you got your butt kicked. You know I loved you because
Of what I
lights is on, food, you got food, you ain't hungry, you got clothes on your back. And you better not ask me no questions, especially coming from a West Indian household.
Yeah, from Trinidad.
You better not ask me no questions, because it was the stick of the rod. It's one of the two. So at the end of the day, and you got to suppress your feelings, because why? The world is unforgiving.
Yeah.
And the second that you take time to deal with your feelings, you're going to miss out on something else. So suppress your feelings however you got to move on to the next day, because the sun going to rise tomorrow. And no matter what you do, yeah, it's the same demands. You still got to show up for work. You still got to do this. You still got to do that. This got to be done. This got to be done. And so those things being the case, it ends up raising a young man, even though it's indirectly, and a young woman, even though it's indirectly, of a person who can't be in positive relationships at all.
Yes. You are saying, this is deep. First of all, I just thank you for sharing this, because these are things I try to share on my podcast, but talking about it is one thing and hearing about it is another. And you're not just telling your experience, but you're giving the wisdom behind it. Like, you recognize that your childhood and what you experienced affected how you fell in love and who you chose. What would you say, like, what is the work also that, what do women need to understand about all of this?
I think that women need to be, I won't say, because some men will say, what's the word they use? Jesus, you don't understand.
Like, you don't understand what
You don't understand what I've been through.
Okay.
I don't think women need to be more understanding. I just think they need to listen more.
Okay.
Because it's not about the understanding, it's
Yeah.
about listening. Sometimes, and the way you get a chance to listen is, a man isn't going to pour out his heart and pour out his,
Like, this is what happened.
this
to
is
me
what
in
happened, this is what
childhood.
happened. Prime example, and I'm going to say this is the first time I'm saying this, this is the second time I'm saying this on air.
Okay.
Me and my brother moved to, when my mom sent me and my brother to Trinidad after her and my dad broke up. We ended up having to stay in Trinidad for 2-3 years. I went to therapy maybe 5 years ago,
Okay.
and it was uncovered to me because I had blocked it out in my head.
Yeah.
Even though my brother's bipolar.
Okay.
So
He's a little older.
No, he's younger than me.
Younger.
He's bipolar. He's put our family through so much nonsense. But in his bipolar state, he had said some things that I thought was lies. But when I went to counseling, it uncovered that I just blocked it out of my head.
Yeah.
We were physically abused when we were in Trinidad.
Yeah.
Like, beat for no reason at all. And I had blocked it out of my head.
Yeah.
And so, and it was by a woman. And so you couple that with my dad's actions, my mom's actions, and everything else, the lack of being able to express myself because of what my grandmother said, and all of these things, and you couple all of that together, you don't have a man ready for marriage. And I think women sometimes need to listen to the man's story without judgment. And that's the biggest thing. You don't have to understand him.
Yeah.
You don't have to agree with him. A lot of times men don't find it. It's
Safe
not acceptable.
or-
I don't like using safe because
Okay.
safe and vulnerability, those are hot button
I
words
know, those
that
are-
everybody uses.
but they're-
I'm trying to stay away from them because I don't want to go viral for using those
Okay.
words.
All right. All right.
But I think that men just need an area to be able to unload to their woman
Yeah.
where she doesn't judge them. And a
Okay.
lot of times we're afraid the woman is going to judge us because of how we're opening up to them
Yeah.
in that space, because we're going to be seen as weak. And with women living in this whole area of masculine energy, if we give up any point of our masculine
It's
energy,
almost like with another man. Like, it's.
yes, I'm giving up something to another man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You laughing, but you masculine too. Don't do that. You on the back. You masculine. You and your masculine
be
energy
heard
too.
to
Right, her masculine energy too. But I'm saying, like, yeah, we can't give that up because it's gonna make the woman that's in her masculine energy look at us like, this weak dude. Like, how am I gonna deal with him? So we're protecting our own manhood and our masculinity because we know we're dealing with a woman, especially a single mom or an entrepreneur. People who are like
Driven.
Driven.
You got to get it done no matter what. If you're a
high credit scores,
Yeah.
and I got my own car, and I got
as you
this.
said yesterday,
INDEP. Like, what are you bringing to the table? I am the table. Like, all of these sayings that are out now. That's why you over there snorting. All of these sayings and stuff that's out now that leads a man not to be able to be vulnerable in that space and even be able to open up to you for you to even understand how he ended. Why are you single? That's the worst question in the world. But if you ask a man, he can't tell you the truth because a lot of men don't even know why they're single
they don't connect all the dots.
because they haven't connected all the dots. Because we're not supposed to go to therapy. We're not supposed to understand our feelings. We're not supposed to have feelings.
Yeah.
We're just supposed to be out here protecting and providing for people who don't even appreciate the fact that we have feelings. Because women don't even appreciate that we have feelings.
You felt like your relationships, they didn't appreciate it was all the charisma, the chemistry, but the feelings part were
Because we're not supposed
appreciated.
to.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not supposed. Society says that we're not supposed to. And any man who shows any amount of vulnerability, either the woman is going to see him differently or she's going to treat him differently. But it's one of the two.
Have you had a relationship or whatever with a woman where she did listen?
Yes.
And provide a space?
Oh, listen, after my marriage, I got engaged. And after about 6 years, she ended up leaving me because she didn't want to be engaged to me in the first place. Long story, this is for another podcast.
Part 2 coming
Part
up.
2, a whole nother podcast. Whole nother episode. But I was so distraught. I drank every day, drunk.
Yeah.
Every day because she left with the kids. Drunk every day.
You had kids.
Yeah, me and her had kids. Yeah. Left with the kids. Said she didn't want to be with me. I'm talking about it was ridiculous. And I had a friend who spoke life into me, spoke complete life into me, and brought me back to life to the point where I then was like, oh my God, you got to be the one.
So you fall in love with emotional, either chemistry or emotional safety. Well, I know you don't like safety,
but emotional
validation, emotional safety, chemistry.
That was because she pulled me out, and I felt I didn't fall in love with her, but she pulled me out, and I felt like I owed her something.
Interesting.
And what she wanted, she pulled me out because she wanted something from me.
A relation,
she wanted a relationship from me. See, and she ain't gonna see this podcast, so I'm gonna say, she wanted a relationship from me because she was pregnant by a married man. She's about to have a baby. I was good with her daughter, and I was a good dude.
Yeah.
I just happened to be going through something, and she pulled me out of that. And when she pulled me out of that, it was almost like, all right now, I'm here.
Yeah.
I've been here.
So men can be people pleasers. That's not, when I talk to my female client, that's people pleasing.
Yes.
Like, just because this person did a great thing as a friend, you don't owe them.
You don't owe them anything.
You don't owe them more than what
I felt because of where I was and where she brought me to, I owed her that.
Yeah.
And that debt lasted 7 years.
Of being engaged or
not engaged, we weren't engaged, but being with her, knowing I didn't want to be with her.
How much time have you spent alone? No relationship, no intense situation.
I spent a lot of time. I think I spent a lot of time alone, but I would say from the time I was 32 to now, that's the stretch
of alone,
of not being alone.
Okay, and it was.
But prior to that, and then since that, I've been, because like now in my mind, I'm more apt to be in a better relationship. Whoever ends up with me next is gonna end up with a really good man.
How? Tell. I don't know if you're auditioning for.
No, I'm not auditioning for nothing because I don't want nobody. Don't get in my DMs because I ain't even giving you my social media after this. I don't need no problems out of nobody.
But like, have you changed? I don't want to say have you changed.
Well,
but
I've been through therapy, and I think
I applaud that.
I've been through therapy. I need to go back, but I've been through therapy. I have dealt with my issue of wanting to prove myself to people, wanting to prove myself of being worthy to someone, because I think I dealt with that a good bit. And just, I used to say this. I used to say silence is deafening. And I say this, when I moved down south from New York, I had to have a television on to fall asleep.
Too quiet,
because if it's too quiet,
it's
like a ringing would end up in my head.
Yeah.
And it was like that for relationships for me. If I was alone, it was like a ringing was going on in my head. And I was like, I gotta get
like,
I gotta
yeah.
do something so that it stops.
Yeah.
Because the quiet was noisy. The silence was extremely noisy. And I think I was able through therapy, and like I said, I need to go back and continue to do the work. But I'm at a place now where being alone is okay.
Yeah. So if you get with someone, it's not out of like, oh my God, I have to not be alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ever saw it as don't need to be alone. It wasn't until retrospect, hindsight's 50,
Yeah.
that's 2020.
Yeah.
It wasn't until hindsight that I was like, oh shit, man, I need to, excuse my language.
Yeah.
I need to be with somebody just so, it wasn't until hindsight I was like, yo, I'm really just trying to fill a void or a gap
Yeah.
that literally got worse after my grandma passed.
Which was when you were with the
When I was
the
engaged,
last,
the last person I was engaged to. Oddly enough, our relationship ended on the day my grandmother died.
just by
No, because her
Pure
mom
cancer.
died on the same day.
oh gosh. There's a lot of
What?
mourning and grieving.
What? Yeah, go ahead.
Look, she's like, how many
Hey, go ahead.
What do you mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. Like, okay.
That happened then, like
That happened 2000 and I forget what year my grandma died. I think she died 2014. My grandmother died. The woman that raised me, the woman I love more than anything on this earth. She died at 8 o'clock in the morning. My fiance's mom died at 3 o'clock that afternoon. That was on a Monday or Tuesday. That Wednesday, we drove to New York
for both,
for my grandmother's.
for your grandmother's.
Because her mom was from South Carolina.
Okay.
And then we drove back Saturday
her
morning
mom.
for her mom's memorial. It's something about death when you're with someone.
Yeah.
You got to be there for them.
For the whole
For the whole grieving process. I could not be there for her, and she couldn't be there for me. And I said the day that they died was the day our relationship died.
That would even though it didn't officially end, that was
the death
beginning
of it.
The death, yeah.
That was the death of it. Died that day.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I've been through so many things
I
emotionally.
know. How do you take care of yourself? Like
I
asked this to my feet, but I know men are, but like, how do you take care? Because there's grieving, there's loss, there's maybe regret. I don't know, but like,
I don't see regret.
Okay.
Regret's one thing I've just never dealt with. But I can say my grandmother instilled something in me, and it was the sun's gonna shine like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hours away, no matter how dark it gets, no matter how rainy it is, the sun's gonna shine tomorrow. What are you gonna do when it comes up?
Yeah.
And I've always taken on that philosophy. It may be dark, it may be bleak, it may be right now,
Yeah.
but that's not forever.
Yeah.
It's just not forever. So I'm gonna always be. At some point, it's gonna turn the corner.
As they say, the sun will come out.
The sun will come out tomorrow. And so that's kind of where I've been. And I think that women, and since we're on your show, you just need to be patient with the man in your life. Because until you have the type of conversation with him that he's willing to open up to you to that degree, you have no clue what motivates him to move the way he does. And a lot of times I think we don't know what questions to ask.
So maybe that's a great place for us to like stop or just we have to do this again first.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
But like, what questions should someone ask? And then when the answer comes, you say, what should the woman do from your perspective?
And here's where we got to kind of take a lot of what we learned today in Podcast Summit.
Yeah.
When David was talking about, I don't know if he was in the room for when he did the interviews.
Yes.
And he was like, there's emotional words, there's this, there's that.
Yes.
We can't ask questions and
Like,
then not lock in
Yeah.
to what the person is saying.
Yeah.
There's emotional words in there. There's phrases in there for us to get a deeper understanding of what it is. So what we need to do is ensure that all women need to do is ensure that when they ask a man, simple question, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Hey, tell me about your child. Tell me about your relationship with your mom. Or tell me about your mom. Tell me about your dad. And then from that, how did that make you feel? Then, not now.
Yeah.
Because as a man, we're going to compartmentalize.
We're
We're going to compartmentalize. We don't understand that all that stuff bleeds over.
Yeah.
We're going to compartmentalize. Well, that was when I was a kid. That don't affect me now. Not understanding that because my mom didn't tell me I love you, that I need to hear I love you from my woman. I need it.
Yeah.
Not I want it. I need
It's
it.
a deep need. Yeah.
It's a deep need and desire. And so that's how like David said today, a simple question. If you hang on some of the answers and some key words in there, how did that make you feel? And then they go on to this, and then you find a word. Oh, yeah. Okay. And all of those things can open up a conversation where he starts to become vulnerable with you. But you got to understand that you can't show judgment in those moments because these are things that he wasn't going to tell you in the first place.
And judgment might be like even a facial expression,
A tone, or even ghosting them.
Oh, like really?
Because some women take it to the extreme of, I can't deal with that. That's too much for me.
Yeah.
Well, you need to talk to him. Even if you can't deal with it, some of the things he said, man, this ain't for me.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves some ounce of closure and reasons as to why that's the case. The reasons why you want out.
They can handle it, as you said, or they want to hear.
Because I want to hear that.
Yeah.
Because I've been open with you about my past. And if you can't accept what's in my past, okay, well, what is it about it that you can't accept? So now, knowledgeably, I can move forward in my life.
Ladies, this has been a master class. In so many issues, but that last part, listening, not judging.
Listen and don't judge.
Yes.
Because men can't deal with judgment. We just can't.
Yeah.
People as a whole can't, but men deal with it on a different level. Judgment could kill your relationship.
Yeah. And I need women to hear that because I hear women say, like, even on some of my videos, people will comment, well, I'm tired of feeding a man's ego and this, and this. No, we're talking about this is a human experience, but through a male lens. We have to understand it's different ways that we experience these things, and we don't often hear, I got to use this word, the male vulnerability, because I truly believe in it, right? Like, that's the thing that connects us. But it has to be, like you said, no judgment, acceptance, and...
But that's why men can't be vulnerable. We can't be vulnerable because we believe that the person that we're being vulnerable with is going to judge us.
Based on child, whatever, society,
whatever it is, or even their own bias.
Yeah.
A woman's own bias can cause a man to shut down.
Yeah. Things that you even hear. Because you know how kids will... You don't have to say something directly to them, but if they hear you saying it, they kind of perceive, that would apply to me.
What I say ain't necessarily what you heard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, Yusuf, how can people tell us everything?
Okay, all right.
Deets on your show, what you do.
You can find the podcast on YouTube, Relationship Status Podcast. You can find us on social media platforms, RELSTAT Podcast. If you just want to follow me and my foolishness, you can catch me at The Ninth Wonder on Instagram, and Yoshi English on Facebook. The Snapchat, I can't give it to you because it's a whole private situation.
Okay.
And then, only the exclusives get in there. And don't forget, man, join the Patreon, relationships, patreon.com/relationship status. Once again, y'all are if y'all are watching this podcast, it is an amazing show, my whole girl. We became close in the last 2 days. Dr. Nicole with the femininity. I'm here for all the feminine stuff. I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? She just gained a fan in me.
Thank you so much, Yusuf. I appreciate it.
No
thank
problem.
You so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, guys. And remember, stay feminine, stay open, stay soft, and stay open to love. I'll see you in the next episode. I'm Dr. Nicole. Thank you. Oh my God. I really appreciate, I'm thinking I don't want to take his time. We're going to do this 30 minutes, but I appreciate